Okay, hello. Today we are looking at a simple mambo. It's a nice little piece. It's very syncopated and boppy and dancey, and it's also using a few interesting notes from an E minor scale. So we have E minor melodic, so it's the melodic minor, but they also throw in a blue note. So first of all, let's look at E minor, get all the notes down. So we start with E, of course. So E, open 6, F sharp, 2nd fret on 6, G, 3rd fret on 6, A, open 5th, B, 2nd 5th, C, 3rd 5th, D is open D, E, 2nd on D, F sharp is 4th on D, G is open G, A, 2nd on G, B is open B or 2nd string, C is 1st finger on 2nd string, D, 3rd fret, 2nd string, open E, same as the bass string, F sharp and G, 2nd and 3rd. We also have this A is going to appear, so that's on the 5th fret of the 1st string. Now for the extra notes. Being a melodic minor, we're also going to get C sharp on the 4th fret. I don't think we actually play this note, but it's in the scale. So 4th fret of the 5th string, and D sharp, 1st fret of the 4th string. So C sharp, 4th fret of the 5th string. And then we've got those on the 2nd string as well. So C sharp, 2nd fret, D sharp is the 4th fret. Now, right at the beginning and all the way through, we have this extra little note that's not in the scale either, it's melodic or natural minor, is the A sharp. So that is actually, well, it's spelt as A sharp, it's a sharp 4. I think of it as a flat 5, so B flat. So you get that from your blues scale. Yeah, so they're sort of borrowing from that as well. Now it's a very scalic and chordic piece, so the chords in it are very important. But E minor, so that's just the open E minor chord. We're going to be using all the notes of E minor, including an inversion. So to have a normal E minor chord, we have open 6, 2nd on 5th, so B, 2nd on 4th, E, then G, B, D. We're also going to be using this G in one of the inversions of the chord, so 3rd fret on 6. So that's our E minor chords. Put the G on top as well. Next main chord we see is B7. Now we don't have to play the very top note of the B7, but it is in there. So B7 we're going to have 2nd fret 5th, 1st fret on 4th, 2nd fret 3rd, open 2nd, and 2nd fret on 1st. So finger wise, if you can see, it is 2nd finger for the B, 1st finger for the D sharp, 3rd finger for the A, open B, and pinky for the F sharp on top. Now we also get an inversion of this chord, where we're going to move our 2nd finger from the root of the chord, the B, down to an F sharp on the E string, which is the 5th of the chord. So 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, so 5 up here. If we put that in the bass, we get a 2nd inversion chord. Yeah, so we do that on the B7 chord. We do that on the E minor chord. We're going to go. So it's normal E minor. So E, open E's, E on D string, so 2nd fret, then G, B, and then we're going to play the 1st inversion. We've got the 3rd in the bass this time. So it's just G in the bass instead of E. And then we're going to do that on a C7 chord. So the C7 chord, we're going to have C on the A string, E on the D string, so that's 3rd fret on 5th string, 2nd fret on 4th string, then open G and B, and then we're going to put the G in the bass. So now we're having a 2nd inversion chord again. So I like to think of this one. It can also again be just thought of an E minor chord in 1st inversion, but because it's bounced off the C, or depends how you want to think about it, probably better off as an E chord. And then it's going to go back into the B inversions after that. So that's all the chords and all the notes, so let's put it together as a piece. So we start off with this phrase. it's just a scale run using all of those extra notes basically. So we're going to have the opening bass. We're going to go B, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G. Now we start getting the syncopation I was talking about. So you'll notice that these little chords, it's just a B and a G. You can play them with your index and middle fingers. So these are going to be falling on the ands. If you're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So they're always coming in on these ands. So we get. Alright. So we've gone 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Yeah, so 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and. So you don't play anything on the 2. 1 and 2 and, yeah. 1, so that's the G with an E in the bass. 1 and 2 and then the bass again. A, G, A. So you'll notice I'm in second position. You actually play the whole of this beginning in second position. Yeah. So your first finger's playing the second fret, second finger's playing the third fret, and so forth. Okay, so getting that next bit with counting. So we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. So it's all about the counting in there. If you can count aloud and play it, it's really going to help. So the chords we're going to get. So that's the 1 bar. So we get the G and the B, the G and the E, the G and the B chord. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's this G, A, G, and then we're going to come down to this funny little chord. I think of it as like an A7 with suspended 6 on top. So it's an F sharp with an A, so 1 and 2 and. So the chord underneath that F sharp and A is G and C. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and is F sharp, G, F sharp. And then we just get. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and does that same run again. But this second time around, it's E in the treble. Again, same thing, E in the treble. So instead of going, it's E, F sharp, G, E. Then C, D, E, B with an E. And the chord here changes. Instead of being G and B, it's E and G. So it makes it a bit trickier because it gets kind of compressed. So we're getting. Going down our E chord there. So we're going to go E with a B, E with a G, E with a G. So that's 1 and 2 and 3 is a B chord, G chord, E. Yeah? So now we're getting this little chromatic thing, which should sound like if you play it all on one string, but we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be going. So get used to that phrase. It's just B, A sharp, B, C, B, A sharp, B. Pretty easy. And now we're going to get into all of these chord arpeggios. So we get. Now it's just B and then the inverted B. So right hand's the thing we're going to concentrate on here. So with the B7 chord, we're going to go thumb, index, middle, ring on the 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. And then our thumb's going to move to the 6th string for the inverted one. And then back to the 5th string just to finish the phrase. And now we're going to go into the E minor, G in the bass, B. So that's just your normal E minor. Again, if you can get the right hand flowing, it works nice and easy. So we're going to go thumb on 6, index on 4th, middle on G, ring on B. And the only note we have to fret there is the E on the D string. Then we're going to have the inversion. So we put our G on the E string, finishing with that B note. Back to the motif, and now we're going to do the C chords. Yeah, so we get C, E, G, B, and then we're going to do the inversion or change it to an E minor chord, however you want to think of it. Yeah, so we'll go from a C bass to a G bass. Our thumb follows that string. Now we go to the inverted B7 chord, to a normal B7 chord, to an E minor chord, back to a B7 chord, and that E at the end there is going way back to the beginning. So we start over again. Now the second time ending. Second time ending, instead of going back to the beginning, you keep playing. So we get the... We'll go back to that motif and we're going to play a C chord, but it changes a bit now. So now we're going to get... Yeah, so we're going to go right hand rise, thumb, index, middle, ring, ring, middle, ring, on the C7 chord, and then we go to a B7 chord and do the same right hand. And then we get this little finale, which is just going up the scale, E, F sharp, G, B, we skip the A, and there's a pedal of that B. You can even play B and G with it. I think it's just written with the B though. So, and then we move that chromatic motif down to the A string. B, A sharp, B, C, B, A sharp, B. And we just finish it off with a B7, E chord, E minor. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and tune in for more lessons. See you next time.